Okay, we're live.
We're live? Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, friends, sorry for the delay. Welcome to Work It Wednesday. We are live streaming this to the Fresh Scents page. So if this is your first time tuning in at what our Work It Wednesday call looks like, we're so excited you're creeping on us here from the Facebook page, and we hope you'll join us live on the Zoom call. Um, we will post the Zoom link in the comments. So if anybody wants to jump on while they're watching the preview, they can do that now. And then if you're back watching the replay, please comment replay so I know that you were here. Super excited. Tonight we are talking about parties. And not only are we talking to parties, we're going to have some hand-on opportunities to actually really discuss what's working, what's not working, what you've seen success for, and just maybe pivot around the new age because I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that what we normally do maybe not working the same, and we are having to come up with new things and pivot. And it's a really exciting place to be because it's giving us the opportunity to really dig deep and find out and put our personalities into our business and really start working from unique angles. So I'm, for one, am really excited about it. I know the unknown can be really scary, but we're just really excited that you're here with us, and we hope that you enjoy this call. So as always, Renee's going to kick us off with what's new is in the news. New, that's hard to say. What's new in the news tab?
There are new features on your workstation for customer engagement. Um, just right on the dashboard when you log in, you now have um, engaged customers and disengaged customers. Your engaged customers are the ones that have purchased from you in the last 6 months. Your disengaged are obviously the ones that have not purchased in the last 6 months. So that is designed to be like, okay, reach out to these disengaged customers, send them a I miss you mail or um, a text, shoot them a text. Just reach out to them and try to get them purchasing again. So there's that. And then there are three products that the prices are changing on with the new catalog. And it is your light bulbs are going up to $6 for the 3 pack. Um, the air purifier filters are going up to $40, and then the charm clips are going up to 20. So advertise that the light bulbs are going up. Try to sell them. Anybody that you know has the air purifier, reach out to them. Tell them that the filters are going up and they're even on sale right now. So maybe they'll buy a few, stock up, something like that. And I think that is it. Let me see here. The Aladdin collection, of course. Yeah, that looks like it.
Awesome. Yeah. So just like if you don't know that you can run a report from the workstation, and if you don't know how to do that, just ask us. But there is a reorder report that you can find inside reports on the workstation to be able to go in and then tag everything that's air purifier. So there's like 10 different categories that you need to select because we have the air purifier bundles, you have the black, you have the white, you have the filters. I think there was another one too that we had a special or something, but you want to grab all of those categories, and that's going to tell you everybody that's purchased anything of those. And then you can email them, text them, and just give them a friendly, hey, heads up, price is increasing. If you want to stock up now, why it's the original price plus 10% off, it'd be a really good opportunity that, or that's something you can use in your VIP page as a seller for the air purifier is, hey, if you've had your eye on it, it's 10% off this month. Plus, you can buy additional filters at the cheaper price. So, a really good opportunity right now to get some PRV for this month if you're still looking for that. Dylan, do you want to kind of introduction us into our topic tonight?
Yes. Sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about parties and kind of have more of a conversation about what has worked in our business. I think we all feel that our business has changed a little bit. Things are different than they were before, and we have to kind of test those systems. So last year, Tab and I and Renee and Tiffany came up with like a different party style system, and we don't know if that same thing is going to work this year. So we wanted to just get everyone's opinion and share why parties are important first. Tab's going to go over that, and then Tiffany's going to add a little bit about what she wants to share, and then I'll be sharing last, and we'll make that part into like a group discussion of how we're going to do parties and what those are going to look like. And we're just going to spitball kind of what we think might work. We don't know if these things are going to work, but it's an idea for all of us to come together as a team. Remember, we're better together. Come together as a team and say, let's maybe try it this way or try it this way, and kind of just see what works. So that way we all have, when somebody says yes, Tab's going to talk about again how important parties are. When somebody says yes to that party, we know those next steps of what we want to do or how we can make that fun in case they ask. Like what does a home party look like? If you've never done one, you might not know. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Awesome. So yeah, parties are the foundation of our business. We are a party plan business. So guess what? Parties are important. And I just kind of want to give some validation within my personal business and the importance of parties of what it's looked like. So last year, if you followed me, I did a 50 state challenge. So my goal last year was to book a party in each state. Well, where I fell short, I didn't get all 50 states. I did get over 30 states booked, and I grew my customer base like huge. And so this year, I have a lot of fresh customer blood inside my VIP group, inside my texting service, inside my email marketing that still haven't ordered from me or are ordering from me for the first time a year later, but I was introduced to them through a party back last year. So it's always really important to be intentional with the parties that you're having, that you're laying down the foundations for connection. Right now, connection should be our absolute fundamental thing that we're doing. We should be focused on getting to know our customers and getting to know them on a personal level, not just trying to sell to them, but actually genuinely caring about their life. Because when they do have a fragrance need or a fragrance problem, you want to be the first person that comes to them. So this year, when people might be feeling that sales are really slow, I am fortunate enough that I did all the hard work last year and I planted a lot of seeds that I'm not feeling that right now within my personal business because I've been partying my butt off. Like I probably had over 50 parties last year. So I tell you that because that's what's going to keep your business growing wide and wide and wide. You want a wider business, you want a wider team, because when you do start feeling that times are slowing down or seasons are turning, you always have new people. You're not relying on the same people to order, and that's what a lot of people struggle with. They join, they get their inner circle of people, they never party, or they do party and it's with the same people, so they might grow out this much, but you never get to this like huge area of having like Joe Smo's cousin twice removed that's now in your network that also has 50 people that they're friends with that they can start have parties with, and it's a trickle effect. So you have to stop overthinking that parties need to be the easiest way for us to be able to do this. We just have to get in front of their faces. We have to get scents under their noses, and we have to figure out what's working best for us in our personal lives of what's more attractive. So Dylan kind of touched on our video parties that we did last year, and they were very successful because we actually were showcasing how we were using the parties or the products in our houses. And this season, I'm kind of focused on, okay, what sold me the last product that I purchased online or on Facebook or on TikTok or wherever it is you bought your product that was impulse. What was attractive to you? And I want you guys to drop that in the comments, even if this is a replay, so we can come interact that last. What was the last thing that got you to buy? Was it a friend telling you? Was it watching a really good reel? Was it you saw a commercial? Did you see an ad? Did you just walk past it in the store? What got you to buy the last thing that you purchased that wasn't like a bill, like something fun that you weren't intentionally planning on buying? And that's going to be my whole plan to build my party features around this fall is having those really attractive um, posts that catch people's attention. And it's less about the quantity, it's more about the quality and the connection in all types of parties that I'm happening. Because I want those people to leave that party thinking, I had a really good time. This girl knows her stuff, or she was really awesome to talk to or connect with. I want to know more about her personal life. Like, I want to be showing more of who I am in these parties and connect more with the customers so they don't just think that I'm a random Joe Smo, that I only went there because Renee invited me and was checked out the whole party. No, I want to have an emotional investment with every single person that's in there. And I don't want them to think that I was just trying to sell them. I wanted them to know that I was truly there because I wanted to get to know these people. So that's my focus on parties. And, I'll come back later and talk more about that. But I don't, Tiffany, do you want to share what you wanted to share on it now that you're back?
Right. Okay. I feel like we covered about 5,000 topics before this call. This is a pimple patch. Something's happening on my face. I don't know, but we just ignore it. It's there. Okay, but it's shining, so I just wanted to make sure we addressed it because it is there. But I think that when we talked earlier, I my main focus was really trying to make parties as fun as possible and not really caring. I know that like we all have to be mindful of our budgets. I totally get that. But there are so many ways to make things fun and interactive within parties. And just going to the Dollar Tree or the dollar store, like I've watched so many people make things out of essentially nothing and just make really like fun additions. Like one thing that I was just thinking about, I love going to Joann's, but I think Joanne, RIP Joann's, because I think she's gone. But every fall season, we would have new, and by we, I mean, that's how deep I was in it, guys. I'm a part of this community, so I say we, okay? We came out with new fall molds and Christmas molds during that time, and it was just so fun to see what kind of take they were going to have on the holiday season. And I just thought that that would be so fun if like you were to because like most importantly it's like you having fun but you sharing that you're having fun. So for me I was just like thinking about those fall molds and how cool it would be like if you were doing party packs, let's say that that's the style that you had deemed was most useful for the current host, okay? Then it would be so fun in those party packs to have individualized, unique wax mold, like wax samples in those molds. So it's like this is a rainbow party or what I don't even know. Like the sky's the limit. Roller skates, butts, that I don't know why that was the next word that came to mind, but pumpkins. There's just
You keep going, you're fine.
okay, but I have to read too. Sorry, guys. But anyway, it just is just like some way to put some kind of fun, exclusive things that make people want to participate too. Because it's like, oh, I'm sending out party packs for this next party that I'm doing. And look at this is the wax. Everyone's getting one of these in their party packs. And I just think that that's so cute and it does work. I know it sounds so simple, but it really does because back, when I first started doing things like this, I created a rainbow wax bar. So I found these, I'm obsessed with them. They're like little candy bar molds and there's six of them on one little silicone sheet. And so I put in each little, it's just like a candy bar that breaks apart. Like that's the kind of mold that it was, but they're much smaller. So I filled in each of the pieces that break off with a different color, and then the entire back of the bar was one color. And so it looked so cute. Not only was my entire feed blowing up with like, how do I get these? Like, what is this? Is Scentsy selling this? Consultants were blowing up my DMs like, how did you make this? Why? Why is this? And so it just generated a lot of interest by doing those kinds of things. And I'm not saying that you need to go out and reinvent the wheel because you don't. Like if you were just making those same wax samples and putting them in your like host, that's a good way to generate getting people to book parties because people that are interested in getting something that's exclusive that not everybody's getting. It's like, oh, only my hosts get these things. Also, my son is singing the song of his people right now. So if you hear that, just move on. What else was I talking about? Does anybody else remember all the things I said earlier? It was a lot. I talk a mile a minute, so
I think that was the bulk of it. I think I
Yeah.
just wanted you to talk about bringing the fun back to parties and what that looks
Yeah.
like for you, and the reason why you joined is because you saw fun happening and you wanted to be a part of that. And I think that's what we need to recreate, right?
Yes. And it's like when I think another like a big component of what I was saying was like when I originally came in, that's what everybody was doing. We were having so much fun partying. Like the amount of creativity that was coming out was ridiculous. It was just everywhere. And then along the way, as the economy changed, then some people started trying to find more effective ways to party, more cost efficient ways to party. And it's kind of hard to be cute, Like you can still be cute and find a way to ship things cheaply. You can still be cute and still, not be blowing all of your money on all of these extra things. But it really is like think about what gets you excited, what gets your attention. That's what we're trying to create here. And all of us are a little different. So if you're focusing on what gains your interest and you're adding that out, that sets you apart from consultants even more as far as like booking parties and like the whole entire customer experience that you're offering. That was it.
That was perfect. Good job.
Thanks.
Before I go, any Tab or Renee, you have anything to add to that?
I just put in the comments what I thought, but making the personal connection, like what Tiffany was talking about, with including, like, I want to do this more in my party packs because I believe in host party packs. I believe in making that investment. You don't have to, but if you're at a place where you can make that investment and sending your host something special, I want to be more personalized and be more intentional with my host of I included this sample in the pack because this is why. This is why I have a personal connection with this product. This is the problem it solved in my life. So it's more like I want them to feel like they're having a conversation with me as they're going through that host pack. Everything I do this fall, I want it to be so intentional and so connected with my customers. Again, I want them to feel like they're getting to know me.
It's like it reminds me of, like when we all opened our first like kit, the excitement of like the smell of it all, and then you're just like tearing through things, like you don't know what anything is, but just the act of like going through it all is just so exciting. Like that's what we're kind of like those party packs. We're recreating that for our customers. And then that can kind of like gauge the conversation of, if they're like, oh my gosh, that was the funnest thing I've ever opened in my life. Great, let's make it bigger. Let's join this. Like those conversations that you're having with people, and I've talked about this a ton this week, but it has been like my favorite week of Scentsy. Just having genuine conversations with people has completely lit a fire underneath me because I'm just loving it. Like I don't know why this week is different, but like I'm having fun conversations with customers and like hinting at certain things. Like it's almost a game to me right now where I'm like tossing things out there and just seeing what happens with it. Like today I met up with a customer to give her some bulbs, and when I was talking to her the other day, I was like, "Hey, you just told me you were going to place that order soon." So I went ahead and I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask. I said, "I went ahead and created you a shopping link. Here it is." And just sent it to her. And then she replied back and she's like, I've never had one of these. How do I do it? So I told her, I was like, it's super simple. You're just going to place all of your orders through the shopping link. And if you have any friends or family that you think might be interested, share this link with them. So today, when we met up and I handed her her light bulbs, she was like, "Oh, I already placed my order through my shopping link. Like that was really easy." And I was like, "Yeah, like you can do like this is your link. Feel free." Again, I said the same thing that I said through text, but I was like, share it with your friends and family." Does she know that she's having a party with me right now? No, but in my head, is she having a party? Yes, I'm counting it. Like that's how easy these conversations can go when you kind of know where your customers are at. If you're having those conversations and they're like, hey, I'm about to place an order, we can pivot and say like, okay, let me create you a shopping link so you can get some rewards. Or if they say, hey, I'm thinking about starting a Scentsy Club, okay, let me share the perks with you of Scentsy Club. Or, you know, I've noticed that you've spent this much money with me. Have you ever thought about joining and putting up your Scentsy Club underneath you and then making commission back on that? Like, these conversations can be really easy if we're having them, right? Um, the one thing that I wanted to add to this as well is we've talked about how important parties is, but I want to reiterate the parties are our bread and butter of our business. We have to have parties. If you need more customers, you get that by having parties. If you need more conversations, you have to meet new people, which leads to parties. If you want somebody to join your team, you have to have more customers. How you get more customers is parties. So, like, if you are feeling some type of way in your business right now, go back to partying. And if you don't have connections to have a party yourself. Like, if nobody is willing to have a party with you, text three of your favorite customers and be like, hey, let's jump on Zoom real quick and do a party. I want to pilot a party with you real quick, like a Zoom party. Let's test this out together. Give me your live feedback of how you feel about this. Because they will. Like they'll be like, I want to help you. So they'll jump on, you can have a party, you can be like, this is how I think I want to do it. What do you guys think? And get their input. Like that's the easiest way to start it. And then after, you know, before they leave, we're gonna ask the question, do they want some dessert, right? And we're gonna say, hey, I've done a party for you guys. You know how fun it is. And would you guys be willing to do a party for me? And now you just book 3 parties off of that one party that you had. Do this however, whatever format you want. You can have a home party if you have some local people. You can do a basket party, take it to work, share it with them. You know, if you go into an office, share it with them and say, you guys could do this too. Who wants to take it home next? Like I have the basket ready. Who wants to take it next? Like that's the conversation that I want you guys thinking about as we're talking about these party systems. Anyone have anything to add to that?
Everybody's gonna say, good.
Good. Okay. I just don't want to steal the show, but that was a rant, but I think we all needed it, especially me. The next thing I want to be a little bit more interactive, not us preaching at you, because again, we are better together, and I think we could come up with some really cool ideas. I'm going to try to share my screen, but I'm also using like 7 screens right now because I'm live streaming this. So let's see if this works.
I also realized I didn't hit record. That's what my face looked like earlier.
Oh,
But I'll be able to download it from Facebook, so we're good.
okay.
If you saw my face of straight panic earlier, that's what it was.
I thought you were just really interested in what I was sharing.
No, I was like, I thought you were gonna be like, oh my gosh, did I just say something wrong?
No. Okay, let's see if this works. Can you all see my workstation?
Yes.
Okay. So how I found this is in our workstation here. So we have, this is what Renee was talking about earlier, that new where customers are now titled as engaged or disengaged. So I wanted to add that little blurb there. That's what she was talking about. If you haven't logged into your workstation, check that out. That's really cool. I'm really intrigued to go through this list of 222 people and see where those people fall and kind of what happened to them. But what I want to show you is under training. If you've never used the training tab of your workstation, I highly, highly encourage it. There's so much good information in here. And it's really good when you have something specific that you're looking for. So right now we're talking about parties. So if you click training and then go into parties, there is all these different party trainings. So if you've never done a party, there's no reason to be scared of it. It's really easy. There is plenty of things that you can do here. There's flipping a party, there's party host, there's party with a purpose. That's a really good training. This party with a purpose facilitated is, I think, like a Zoom training that you can click and watch. So I would highly encourage that one too. But the one I want to look at today is the party types. And this is where our conversations are going to come in. So I kind of want to go through each one of these types of parties and just have a conversation of like, what are we thinking this looks like this fall. Like, how do we think home parties are going to go? How do we think online parties are going to go? If you had an online party, what would it look like? How could you make it fun, as Tiffany was talking about? So I kind of want to go through these one by one, starting with home parties. I am going to stop sharing just so I can see everybody's faces, and then we can come back to it. But there is a description there if you don't know what a home party is, but it's a party anywhere that you have people come to where you're all in one room. So I don't know how to stop sharing now. There we go. So I'm gonna leave some room for opportunity. If you're in Facebook, please, and you're watching from Facebook, please feel free to comment. I'm gonna check those out and we'll read those out loud. So engage in the conversation with us if you're not actually on Zoom. But for those who are on Zoom, if you can, if you have the ability to, please turn on your camera and then we'll share. Let's see what we can come up with together. So we're talking about home parties. So does anyone have a successful home party that they previously had and something worked out really well? Or do you have something that maybe you're thinking you want to try in the fall? I know Renee has one, and I'm excited about that because she's hinted at it a few times, but she can tell us about that one, why other people think of things they come up with.
You talking about my open house?
Yes.
Yes. Typically I do a last chance first glance party, which is exactly what I'm doing. I just named it Cupcakes and Catalogs with this cute little invite. I mailed some out to customers, but I also did a invite on Facebook.
Why did you explain why you decided to mail them this year?
Oh, because some of my people that I've met through parties, I don't have them on Facebook as friends, but they are very local. One of them literally lives around the corner from me. Okay. So I opted to just put them in the mail. So yeah, I did it both ways.
Told me that you wanted to give them something tangible in the mail that they couldn't ignore by actually giving it something in their hands.
Right, and it's cute. I made it cute. Then they can just hang it on their fridge as a reminder. And if you don't know me, I love to bake and bake lots of cupcakes. So they're getting my cupcakes, along with going through the new catalog, the old catalog. And what I do with them is a last chance order. So I'll place a bulk order on the last day of the month and get all their 10% off items. And then they also have the opportunity to pre-order anything that's coming in the new catalog or the harvest collection. And then I'll get up at 3 a.m. and place that order. So kind of ends my month with a punch and then kicks off my month with a bang. Not a punch. There we go. So just did it a little different this year, and I think it's going to be better. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
I think it's a great idea. And it combines two things that you are really passionate about. And I think
Yeah.
that will shine through. Like, it's not just about people coming and smelling. I mean, that's the fun part of it, but it's also about like you baking, and people know you're baking. Like, people come to you for your baking. And so it's a fun way to combine the two things that you really love and you're passionate about without.
And I've always made cookies and had them there, but never like, because I always called it last chance first glance, never put it out there like this. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a different take. It could be the
Yes.
same thing, like you could just have cookies out, but it makes it like a fun conversation of they're like, "Oh, I love, I mean, I would say I love cupcakes." Like that alone will make me go, whatever the other thing is, I'll do that too, but I'm coming for the cupcakes. Like
Yeah.
that's just it's a good way to theme it. So that's another option, like home parties, doing a fun theme. If you know somebody loves um like margaritas or queso, these are all things I love. I'm making myself hungry. Tabitha loves Cane's chicken, so she could do like Cane's chicken and Scentsy party, like whatever the name may be. But those are two things that she loves, and she knows like she shared that experience with so many people of trying canes for the first time. Like you could do that. Or if you love a certain theme, if you love, fall is your favorite time, then you probably have a lot of connections that also love fall because you talk about it a lot. And so that's just a good way to like pivot that and say, hey, let's look at my fall decorations and have a Scentsy party, right?
Yeah, apple cider, hot apple cider, and pumpkin
Mm-hmm.
bars are confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone who loves to craft or like crochet, or you have a really special talent for making stuff. Like, don't think that other people are interested in that. That's a perfect opportunity to be like, hey, I'm having a craft night at my house. And if, there's people that aren't comfortable having people in their own home, look for a place that you can have in your community that's either free or cheap to rent. Like Tiffany just found out that she can utilize her workplace, the community area inside there. I don't know what that's called, but so that's like she had like a list of 3 people off top of her head that wanted to host parties, but they didn't want to do it in their own home. Tiffany didn't want to host them, but you could even offer your own home if you're like someone who loves to host parties and has a space for it. Don't let something like that be the limitation. Let that be the obstacle that you're going to go over to allow people, like some people really want to get together and they're like really craving that. It's still hot out right now. You can, if you have a friend that has a pool, be like, hey, can I bring some of my stuff over? We'll have a pool party and, have some drinks or whatnot. Just think of something that, what would, if you were invited to, what would you go to attend? And I guarantee there's other people that are also interested in that. And maybe it's just watching a freaking movie. Like, I'm going to have an in home theater day. Or if you have a blow up screen in your backyard where you can have a sample bar and, popcorn and, like these bougie little snacks or charcuterie boards assembly. Like, maybe you're really good at making those and you're going to buy the supplies. Everybody has their little kits and they get to take their own home. Fragrance coloring parties are really big because people get to take something home. So just really think outside the box when we're thinking about parties this fall of combining it, especially with the flexibility we have in the rules of what we're allowed to do now. I'm really going to focus on these. So like the igloo coolers that went really well and the tote bundles that someone shared, I've been selling a lot of those. I'm going to start doing stuff like that inside my parties because that's something that my customers have loved. Why would that not turn future customers onto me of seeing like I offer these cute little bundles once a month or more and boo baskets inside your parties? Like, I think we think we're restricted on only offering stuff like this to our current customers and not thinking about this when we're in parties because I think we get into robot mode. Like, okay, Monday's about warmers and wax, Tuesday's about fan products, Thursday's about clean products. I know I missed Wednesday, but it's fine.
Mm.
It's and we're just like cut and paste, cut and paste, cut and paste. We lose personality, we get systematic, we're not involved. My best parties are the ones that I was super excited because I thought the host was going to do really good. So I showed up in a whole other fashion where I was checking in every single day. I love scheduling, but I'll tell you what, when I'm scheduling, I'm not as in it as it, and I need to schedule, but I also set reminders on my phone for when they go off or later that night, check in with that party. And I go in and I make sure I respond to every single comment that's inside there. Or I'm messaging people within the party that I saw liked a product and I'll be like, hey, thank you so much for joining the party. Do you have any questions I can answer? It's all about the approach that you have during the parties. I think we just have to stop thinking we have to fit in this box because we don't. We have so much freedom to make them whatever we want. I think we're just scared and we're limiting our own success. I really think that's what it is.
Well, I think too, you could add, like I said, whatever you're passionate about. But one thing I wrote down when you were talking was I didn't even think about this till now, and I know a lot of people have done it, but because of the Mangjan party, but which is another option if that's something you wanted to get into. There's a lot of Cincy consultants who are now learning Mangjan and doing a party at the same time. But I love a good like card game. Like I love like Rummy and like dominoes, like simple, not like complex games, but like just to host a game night. Like I could probably think of 4 or 5 people right now that I could be like, hey, I'm having a game night, come on over. And would I probably have my testers on a different little table and like let them sniff them? Yeah, but like it doesn't have to be like this big event. Like whatever just exposes more people to your business. That's what we're looking for. It doesn't have to be sales. It doesn't have to be a join conversation. It doesn't have to be anything special at the party. It can literally be I'm doing this one thing, but you walked into my house and had to walk past 7 warmers. Like you're going to mention the scent. And this reminds me last year when me and Tab went to one of a consultant's house for H-Town Showdown. It was Heather's house. You could not help but notice all of the warmers that she had perfectly placed in her home. Even as Scentsy consultants, we wanted to ask her about them because they were like just aesthetically pleasing in every single corner. We were sitting in a living room and there's like 3 that I could see. And I was like, this is perfect. So your customers feel that same way. Like if a party scares you, if a home party that scared me. If a home party if a home party scares you, do it a different way. For your first party, just say, "Hey, I'm having some friends over for like a game night." And when they all come over and start talking about scent, yeah, let me break out my scents. Who wants to smell them real quick? We'll get back to the game, or let's have a little break, right? Anyone else have anything for home parties? So we're talking about home parties first. We did get a little bit into online parties because Taff is passionate about online parties. But does anyone have anything about home parties that they want to add?
He's
It's okay,
telling me,
Taff.
hone it in, woman.
Anyone?
I can't control it, all right?
I know it's hard. I was like thinking of so many things I could say for online too. So that's definitely a big one.
Yeah.
I already wrote down your bag idea too because I love the gift idea that you brought to that. Just want to make sure. I'm going to be quiet for just 1 second here. Anybody want to jump in? This is your chance. Okay, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Hopefully you're writing things down and getting a little bit out of this. Let me check Facebook real quick before we jump to the other one.
Good.
We had one person on Facebook say, I would like to know how to get more people interested. Let me elaborate on that 1 second and then we can go back to the next one. And I would really say the way to get parties is by talking about them as much as you can. Like
Yeah.
have as many conversations as you can. If one time they place an order and you say, hey, would you like to do, and some people say parties isn't the right word. If that's not the right word that you like to use, you can always change it. Like there's a scent event. Would you like to host a scent event? Would you like a shopping link? Would you like a, you could offer it every single time they place an order as something new. Like you could say the first time it's always you ask them for a scent event. The second time you ask them to host a party. Third time you ask them shopping, like however you want to do that. But I think the key there is really think to yourself in the last month, how many times have I said the word party, right? We're just going to use the word party because we all know what that means. How many times have I actually said the word party to a customer in the last month? And if you are offering parties to everyone, do they know what a party looks like? And if they're saying no, then maybe you need to go into your VIP group and go live and share about how passionate you are about parties and what your parties look like. Take this conversation that we're having right now and say, hey, I just had a great party conversation with a few friends and I want to tell you guys about parties. I know that maybe the word party you don't know. So let me tell you how I do parties. I'm fun. I play bingo. I do a game night. I do this. Tell them. Maybe they don't know. Like that I think that's the thing is they feel like it's something that they have to do. Oh, I have to now invite people and now my people feel obligated to buy and now people have to come to my house and I have to clean. Like that doesn't sound entertaining to me. And so think about that. Like, what do your customers think a party is?
You just muted yourself for something happened. We just lost audio. Yeah.
Am I back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I can't hear you say yes, but I hope I'm back.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you guys heard about that, but have those conversations of of what a party looks like, so that way you can, when you offer a party, they're like, I want to do this. I've been watching you. You have the best bingo ever. I now have to say yes because my friends have to experience the same thing. So if you have people saying no, that's one thing, because that means you are asking. If you don't have people saying yes or no, you're not asking. Ask everyone and anyone. I just sent a text out to 250 people saying let's party. I had 3 people say yes and nobody else replied. That tells me that I need to be in my VIP group telling them what parties are. The benefits, Tab is doing, I'm ranting again, but I'm just very passionate about this. Tab is doing a join thing in her live on her Facebook stories or Instagram stories every day, telling people the benefits of joining Scentsy. You could do that same thing for the next month. Every day, go live or record a short video into your VIP group saying why it's fun to party with you, right? And then that will help them say, yes, I want to party with you. I just think people don't know what parties look like, and that's why we're doing this.
Yeah, and I think they also don't know what they get from it. Like that's a confusing thing. But as a consultant, right out the gate, before you even have any customers, you can jump out there and start showing people what you get as a consultant benefit. So have your own parties and show people how easy it is to get rewards, building up. And you can do that in so many different ways, like outside partying, you could do shopping links as well. Like, and as long as people know what they're getting out of whatever they're going to be putting in, they have to be able to weigh that and think, oh, that's worth it for me, for sure.
Yeah.
They have to know what they're getting out of it.
Hmm.
That's the truth. What is, when you say I need, or would you like to have a party? What they're thinking is they're going to have a party to benefit you, and you need to turn that conversation around to how it benefits them. You know, Instantly, if they say yes, perfect. What are you looking for in this party? Is there some free products that you want? Flip through the catalog and tell me what you want. Like, then you have a goal to shoot for, and then they know what they want and they know how many people they have to invite. Like, keep flipping the conversation to them to understand what they need out of that party.
And like what Dylan just said, I thought was really interesting because it's like a two-way street there too. Like, one, you're gonna have people that only want to party with you, not because they have any desire to get free things, but because they want to support you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
especially at the beginning of your journey, I think that those people really pop out and show up for, just wanting to support you in your business. But once, if you show them a good time, you have reoccurring hosts that are set up, to keep doing that. And then on the other side of that spectrum, you have the people who want to party because they don't want to pay full price. Like lots of people love a discount. That is like another way to generate like getting parties is if you are focusing on certain products, like you have to highlight the products that you absolutely love because those are the ones you're going to be naturally passionate about. That's going to show as you're sharing them. But if, like, I was obsessed with our enchanted diffuser shade. Is she still? Yeah, she's still back there, right there. Okay, I posted all these magical pictures. I went in my stories because when the sun hits that, the entire room starts to sparkle. It's the cutest, most magical moment I've ever built for myself. And so the sun was like peering through and hit it. I didn't even know it did that. Seriously, didn't know. So when it hit it and there was just all this light over the room, I was like, oh my gosh. So in my excitement, in that pure, like, honest moment, I went in my stories and started talking about it. And then people are like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. How much is that? And I didn't just tell them the price. I said, it's this much, but you can get it half off by hosting a party. Like you're putting that out there.
Yeah. And worst case, they say no, and that's fine. Like maybe they don't know what your parties hold, and that's fine. But at least you presented the opportunity. So next time when you come back to them and say, they buy the product or whatever, now they're going to need oil to go in it. So they buy it, great. 2 weeks later, you follow up and say, hey, you bought that and one oil. I know you're going to need to restock soon. Let's go ahead and book a party right now. So that way you can build up rewards and then you'll be able to get some free oils next. Like, always be pitching that.
Yeah.
I think we actually are close on time, so I'm gonna bring up both of the next two things together and just see if anyone has anything. So that way we can end on time. I just don't want to take away time from anyone. Tab did talk about online parties a little bit and kind of what her plan is, so I'm glad that she added that then. So we have a little bit there. Does anyone have an online party success that they've had, or something that they're planning on doing this fall, or basket party? Either of those.
I need to do something with my online parties because my last few have not. And they're the video parties, but they've just not.
I am really excited to incorporate something else, something new into my party, whether that be boards. I've like based off of the Dylan shared some amazingness that some another consultant from a different company had come up with. And I think that that would be a really fun thing to do, but like not doing online, like doing a text or like an email format for that. I still think that text is superior as far as like if people want to shop, they're going to shop. And I think that that's just making it even easier. Or if you could even set up like a TikTok account and like already have the videos in there and it's just like, oh, listen to day one or like just play around in the area. Like something that you could just have the stuff saved, which is why I keep going back to boards because I think that that would be the best, honestly.
Well,
But
and some people, I think that's a good point because some people have done parties like a shop and scroll. So if you've never seen one of those, that's a good thing to look up on YouTube and say, what is a Scentsy shop and scroll? And I guarantee somebody has done some type of training on it. But that's another option. If you think texting is the best way to go and you want to try a texting party, great. We have a whole new catalog coming out. Like we're gonna all have to revamp anyways because we have new products. So set up a shop and scroll and send it to your best friend and say, hey, can you share this with three people and give me feedback? Let me know if they like it. Like
And
you just created a texting party just by that easy of a conversation.
and I think it can be done on boards or Canva.
Yeah,
mhm.
there's a million. Yeah, you can do Canva, Linktree. I mean, I think you can almost do any kind of like anything. What, however that. But Shop and Scroll is a good one that we've seen. Um, I love again when Tab mentioned doing things in her party that are obviously working in her VIP group. I'm still mind blown. I brought it up like three times because I'm like, wow, that why are we not doing things that are working in our VIP group? And then we go to a party and we're like, oh, scheduled post, scheduled post, scheduled post. Yeah, the same post. And then we have another party with the same people because somebody else hosted that, it went to another host with the same people and we just did the same messages. Like, why are we not talking about those new products, those LTOs, maybe doing a spotlight on those? The curated bundles is a big one right now. Like, I think the big thing that people enjoy about those items is that they don't have to shop. We're shopping, well, Scentsy is shopping for them. They can literally get this, whatever it is. I don't care, whatever it is, buy. That's what people want right now. Like they want that easy click. Think about how easy it is to do TikTok shop. I got my PayPal linked to TikTok shop because it's like done, right? Like I don't want to have to think about it. I don't want to have to process it. I want to process it when my credit card statement comes due. Like that's how that goes, right? So people want that same thing. They just want to see something that like, oh, I need this. Buy, add to cart, right?
The thing I like about the curated bundles is those are the easiest products for me to make into a bundle. So you're already getting the discount from Scentsy. I could pick like that summer bundle, a cute little like picnic basket, which that's was a very weird example to use. I don't know how much people are buying picnic baskets, but maybe something trendy that people are wanting to buy right now and just pair that curated bundle with it. They're getting a discount, they're getting a cute tote bag or whatever it may be. Like I love seeing what those are every month and then just pairing, okay, what would be a good advertiser for this to sell? Maybe it's a cute mug, like a knockoff Stanley mug. Like I'm going to do a bundle this probably next month, and it's going to be a cup because you tell me people aren't going to go crazy over a cute knockoff cup because I know
Hmm.
I got a cabinet overflowing with them and I'm not alone. So I try to think of things that I would want to buy, and that's what, I want my next bundle to be. Because and actually I asked one of my really good friends who's actually one of my customers, but I knew that she'd be someone who would give me an honest answer. And I asked her, I said, what is it that's attractive to you about these bundles that I'm doing? Because she's one of the ones that's like, dang you, I'm trying to save money and you keep doing these cute bundles. I'll take number five, something like that. And she said, I think it's both for me personally, because I asked her, is it the discount you're getting or is it the product that I'm actually putting the bundle in? She says it's usually the extra side of it was what the extra part is what attack. Oh my gosh. Back up. I think it's both for me personally. Usually the extra side of it is what captures my attention first. But then I know I'll be hooked when the goodies are inside. I really liked your mystery bags where it's just the content that matters, or when you do specific bundles for people or events like college students, Father's Days, teachers. So I'd have to say it's a good mixture for me. I will also add it's hard not to get. Oh, sorry, that's something different. Um, I definitely like getting things that I probably wouldn't usually get myself from the lack of not knowing or the fear of the unknown, either new scents, new products, or whatever it may be. There have been at least three scents that I would have never chosen myself, but the bundle or they're sent in the mail and I end up loving them. So I just kind of wanted to know her perspective because I'm always thinking, I love putting new products inside my bundles that I want them to get hooked on. Like if they never tried washer whiffs, you better believe I'm going to give them washer whiffs. Scentsy swipes is another big one. I like utilizing the whiff box because there's already a discount inside there as well. So I just really try to think outside the box when my customers aren't buying from my PWS, give them something so cute they can't walk away from. And they have to impulse buy. I think right now we have to focus on what are those things that might not be the necessity, but they need to impulse buy. So, um, if you guys had questions that we weren't able to answer tonight, please post them in the Facebook Live link so we can come back and answer them. We hope that you found a lot of content from this. Do you guys have anything else that you want to add before we wrap up? I just saw it was 10. Sorry.
No, I think it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys so much. Next Wednesday will be on fundraising. I'm so excited for that. We are going to start live streaming. Our hope is everybody that watch on the live stream does end up joining us on Zoom because we love to see your faces. We love to be able to personally interact with you guys. We hope you found this insightful. This will also be recording on our YouTube. So if you want to share this with your teams, you're more than welcome. But we will see you again next week at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. We're going to stay Zoom, and we appreciate you guys so much. Dylan, are you?